So 2, Season 1. Would you go lay down? Go, no, get down, go. Hush. The season opener against the Chiefs. Probably gonna get my ass handed to me if I'm being honest. Let's see what the uniforms are. You know what? Let's just roll with it. Wish me luck. Tyreek Hill's a beast. Some people are outmatched by a lot.
Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
The Texans are struggling so
it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
You got Pershawn Washington doing to himself.
For Houston.
It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs, 2020 season underway. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Carry now. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Oh, shit.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And for the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year in the divisional round. Yeah, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally, you'd consider that ball game, but Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Yeah, he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to be a punt here on their opening drive. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to...
Now loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Always got some breathing room.
think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ross Blacklock brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to take the first quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Oh, 2 plays.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And on the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Going deep here for Stills. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Damian Williams, the ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession,
Much better
it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Defensive series now.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Grant. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson.
Oh.
And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And the Texans scoop it.
There we go.
Texans take over 1st and
There we
10.
go.
I feel like you and I could be in
That
our
was not on
backyard with our
purpose, by
dads
the way.
right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure
Let's
it.
see.
That had the
Right.
feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I
Yeah,
don't
good
know
run.
return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek
needed
to
that
know where
rip.
they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
At the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Damn. Can't get no points.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
Complete to
Now,
7.
these two quarterbacks in this one, Mahomes and Watson, so much in common. Drafted 2 picks apart from one another in 2017. Mahomes going 10th to Kansas City, Watson at 12 to Houston. Both Pro Bowlers early in their careers, of course. And Mahomes has the MVP and the Super Bowl ring, so he
I was going to the 5 and
leg up to this point.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's see. I'm going to stop.
1st and 10 at the
Let's get back to
45-yard
that
line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7. Texans
Could be worse.
nothing.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before
Takes it right over my head.
done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
A little bit.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54.
Oh.
He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason, but Kansas City very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
At the 25-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
This
down.
offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
They're down here.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And down inside the 15,
Didn't even see him slip
shy
out
of
of
the
the
10.
backfield.
That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
It's
Blitz.
2nd and 7 from the 9.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Mahomes.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point splits the uprights.
Couldn't stop him on 3rd down, man.
14-0.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
Go.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 27 yards there, a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this
Worth a
throw
shot.
downfield, incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Take the yards.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, here's Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You gotta catch
Problems
that.
on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses.
Oh my God,
So what's the
missed
answer to
that.
this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first
I haven't
place.
played
Get your
Madden
big chunks of
forever.
yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Keeps the score.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
It could have been a scooping score from that, right?
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there? There's so
turnovers
much
and they got
going
no
on,
points.
so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Johnson.
They're just shedding
They
everything.
follow up the 1st down 1 yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Spotted at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, bunch in the end zone without turning it over.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
1st and 10.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first.
We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's going to keep it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Texans first down.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It's going to be a first.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And we focus on Duke Johnson now. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
At the 31-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What was that, Russ?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert. Get to the half and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second.
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong.
Over 2 every time now.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 7 yards the pickup there.
Complete to Travis Kelsey.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelsey fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelsey.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 12, Watson, open man, the tight end fails. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
All right.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
from just shy of midfield. Watson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, the ball is out.
Come on, go down.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 48.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. That
so
one complete
fast.
to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson.
Mahomes.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but
and that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 9.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Return. The Texans take over first and 10. At their own.
Tonight's game, the first of 256 to be played in the 2020 season, we hope. And then, of course, we'll have 13 more in the playoffs this year. Remember, that's 2 more than has been played in the past. As one more wild card team from both the AFC and the NFC will get a shot to play for a berth in Super Bowl 55 out in Tampa. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Escaping the pressure right.
Come on, dude.
Watson throws another interception.
You gotta throw that one.
Thompson picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard
Why
line.
is he putting it back?
watch has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
P.J. Hall on the tackle.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. A quick slant to Hill.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Kansas City Chiefs.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Hey, Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown.
So hard to go Mahomes.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
You know what I thought, man?
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. He has enough for the 1st down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Houston.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. From just shy of midfield, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. He finds his target, Fuller.
Catch.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's a
big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
I didn't expect to win, but damn.
Damian Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this
this opening weekend. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And now out comes Houston. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Texans.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
6 yards.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. And my goodness, another interception. Tedrick Thompson picks it. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Again, it's Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 4-yard.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The 21-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Delay of game, offense.
We can't have that.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run it again with Williams. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The busy night continues for Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that's it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and it's complete. They're going to get the first, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own 8.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Give him 23 yards on the pickup. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception.
That was so bad. I haven't touched that close shit.
Here now is
So
2nd and 10
flip.
again from the 41. To throw again. Watson. Got a man and he hits
Come
him in
on.
stride.
The stick is fucked.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel
That's
like
so
a
much
little bit of
rain.
a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Just nail the ball.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for
It's the
that
season
one. This
opener
has
right
been
there,
a tough
guys.
performance to watch.
It's rough.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Wasn't that bad at first. There's too many turnovers.
My friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game also good
The
for
rust
us.
off.
Got under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the
Oh,
first
man.
game of the year.
Brutal.
And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was
I know it's
excited
going to be hard with
that
Texans,
football
though.
was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it. And then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
Let me show you the stats so you get to see the score.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.
2 fumbles.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
5 rushes for 72 yards. Watson. The fumbles just killed me, man. Receiving, Fuller, Fells, Johnson. Our defense was really good at first. Had a good game. J.J. Watt had 2.5 sacks. I don't think we had picks. We had like 2 drop picks. Say pass deflections. Yeah, he dropped 2 picks. I like how it says pass deflections for the offense. Right. Watt forced 2 fumbles. Hall got one of them. We had a chance at the beginning and then just went to crap. Go ahead and automatically do that one. Fence week. Oh hell. Oh crap. I picked the wrong one. Alright. Next week we've got... Oh crap. Lamar Jackson. Oh. 2 reigning MVPs week after week. That's rough. Alright. Go ahead and get off here. Save that for the next video. Hopefully I don't get destroyed again. I'll see you in the next one.